Yeah. So we like with our running. We miss good.
Okay, so good afternoon. Am
Good
I
afternoon.
audible?
Yes.
You also have to be checking the live. Okay, so sorry. Good afternoon, everyone. We are really very much excited to have you join us for our Wise Network webinar for this month, which is in celebration of the International Day of Women and Girls in Science. This day reminds us of the future of energy, of climate, and innovation that needs to be very much inclusive. Many we say that many young people are curious about what science and renewable energy means, but they are very much unsure of how to translate this their curiosity into real career pathways. And that's why we have this webinar designed and prepared for you to please be able to turn your curiosity into a sustainable career just as much as our speaker has been able to achieve, and she still achieve, because success is a journey, not a destination. So that's why this conversation matters. At Wise Network, we are very much our mission is about you know supporting sustainable development through increasing the participation of girls and women in STEM, in the energy sector, in climate spaces, through and we achieve this through mentorships, through energy literacy, and through showing of role models to students and early career professionals. So you know that so far there is one or two persons doing it, then also you have a very good advantage of being successful in the industry. So we know it can be male dominated. However, we have some women that are doing great in the field. So believe that seeing role models kind of built my own confidence that I could create as well. And that's one of the reasons why network exists. So today's section is going to be very much practical, very insightful, and honest. So I encourage you to please stay engaged, engage with the webinar, take notes, get your notepad, take note, drop your questions in the chat. We'll be reading it from our technical support team. Will be reading your questions during the Q&A from the YouTube platform. So let's begin. Thank you so much once more. And you can give us beautiful emojis just to know. And please, wherever you're joining us from, please drop it in the chats where you're joining us from, your name and where you're joining us from, and what you hope to get by the end of this webinar. So before, just a brief introduction to what Wise Network is about. Wise Network is the organizer for this webinar, and it's an acronym from women and girls, and women in science, technology, in STEM fields. Wise Network is an acronym for women in STEM and energy network, and it's a Nigerian-based initiative that was founded to support the representation of girls and women in energy sector at the very beginning of it. Then we expanded to supporting more women in STEM fields and in climate spaces. So we do this. We are at an intersection of STEM education, of clean energy, of climate action, and gender inclusion. We exist majorly because of girls and young women, and although we are majorly for girls and young women, we are also very much inclusive of the male gender. So we do this for those young people that are curious about science and education and how they could be part of the energy space. We do this through, and most especially those that lack the exposure, the mentorship, and visible role models, or even they don't know the clear career pathways or technical pathways to joining the energy sector at the same field. So our work focuses basically on energy literacy and awareness, role model visibility and mentorship, and also creating pathways into opportunities through conversations. Sorry, through conversations like this webinar. We also have school outreach programs where we go to schools to catch the young girls young. I mean, catch them young, so to say, and through knowledge sharing platforms like this one. So, ultimately, Wise Network is just about contributing to a future of young people, especially girls, but we are not exclusive of the male gender. So, we don't just consume energy and technology, but we are confidently participating in shaping sustainable future for Nigeria and the world at large. So, thank you so much for joining us today, and we'll be going straight to the business for the day. If you're joining, please, wherever you're joining, okay, I'm going to be reading some persons that have joined us. Praise is joining from Lagos. Belumi is joining from, okay, she didn't mention where she's joining from, but she said she's very excited and looks forward to learning from this session. We have Sophia from Port Harcourt. Please, if there's anybody that you know can benefit from this training, you can do well to share them the meeting invite. Okay, so we have our speaker for today. Her name is Abimbola Omoko Chukudi.
Hi.
Um,
Hello.
she's already on the call. You would see her beautiful face there. So she's an energy and transition advocate and a master student in energy business and climate strategy at Renewable Eco de Management. It's a French, no
Yes.
offense. I hope I got this right. She's a first class honors electrical engineer with experience spanning solo projects, supervision and offshore operations. She's and also the energy innovation at Shinada Electric. That's a very big company. If you don't know about Shinada Electric, please go and Google about it. You need to know. They are one of the key players in the energy sector. She is passionate about renewable energy and climate action, and she's a student energy fellow and certified in circular economy and sustainability. Chikode is committed to inspiring women in STEM and accelerating the global transition. We are super excited to have you join us today. Please let us have love emojis to welcome our speaker today. Thank you so much, and please, the floor is yours now.
Thank you for having me. I really appreciate it. I'm so honored to be here. And I hope that by the end of the session, people have something to take away from it. I'm still learning, I'm still growing. So I still have a lot to learn. But I'm looking forward to share the little knowledge I have so far with as many people as possible. So encourage them in the STEM journey. So starting with the slides, the first one. Oh, yes. Okay, now I can see it. Thank you. Yeah, so launching into the pathways for women in science and renewable energy, I'll be talking about my journey from curiosity to career. I am an energy transition advocate, and I'm currently studying energy business and climate strategy as a master's student in France. Um, so who am I, and uh, what's how what's my journey? What am I about? So first of all, I have a bachelor's in electrical and electronics engineering, and currently I am doing my master's studies. Uh, Sorry, I'm trying to see if I can increase the screen. Hmm. Oh yes. Okay. Um, my today we'll be talking about my journey from curiosity to career, how it all started and where it has taken me. And I'm hoping that for the questions that I received, a lot of you want to learn or want to take away from the end of the um, session, you'll be able to see one or two things that I did wrong or correctly that helped me to where I am now. We'd also be talking about career pathways in renewable energy, some different roles and different branches that you can go into, and how to channel knowledge into opportunities, how practical steps to advance your career as young professionals, and what to do with certificates and skills that you're building. You need to do certifications and make them count. So to get results from those certifications. We'll also be looking a bit into the latest trends and opportunities in the energy sector from what I have learned and observed. And we'll also be talking about real challenges that I faced and how I overcame them. I will be honest with you. I'll tell you things I could have done better, things I hope to do better in future, and things that you could do to help you a lot as well. Everything you want to know with your questions that we received so far, I hope this session will be able to answer that. Yes, the next slide. Yes, so the spark where it all began. So when I was younger, my mom is an electrical engineer. So when I was younger, I used to watch the movies and I would notice that there was always electricity, there was always lights. And I never once saw where the light went off if they didn't use the switch panel for it. And so one day I remember telling my mom, why don't we have that here? Like, why isn't it here the same way in Nigeria? And then she, because I was really young, so she tried to break it down for me to me in a simple manner. She tried to explain that the amount of power we have in Nigeria is not enough for everyone to receive 24/7 light, like to receive light for 24 hours, 7 days a week. And I remember jokingly saying that, oh, when I grow up, I'm going to change that. I'm going to make it better. And fast forward to the future, I was able to fortunately get the course I wanted to study, electrical engineering. And currently I'm pursuing my passion by doing a master's in energy business and climate strategy. Now, the first taste of the field, my first experience with the field work would probably be in my summer internship at Shell. So I'll take an opportunity to pause here to explain the importance of summer internships. Most of you are in your first year or your second year of schools, and I know the way Nigeria is structured, most of the time, the schooling system, there might be strikes that are coming up. Schools now, fortunately, you can schools now, fortunately, you can go to your administration and tell them that, okay, within this period that there's a strike, I would like a letter from school to allow me to work in a company, and the school would give it to you. Within your summer breaks as well, you're allowed to take, some universities allow you to take your 3-month summer break to use it in a company. I was very fortunate to be able to do that. And so even though it was unpaid, I'm being very specific because sometimes you see unpaid opportunities, but you need to understand what you're going to get from it at the end. Are you only in it for the money? Do you want to learn? Do you want to grow? So it was my first summer internship was unpaid, and it was in Shell, Nigeria, and it was for 1 month, where I learned how to do AutoCAD because I had learned that in my 200 level we were going to use AutoCAD, and I didn't know how to use it. So I was good with technical drawing, but I really didn't know how to use AutoCAD. And during that experience, it gave me an understanding of what the electrical department does, how electrical engineering, which I studied, could be used in a company setting, could be used in the industrial setting. It's one thing to learn the theory in class, it's another thing to practicalize it. So that was my first internship and my first taste of the field. It was in an oil and gas company, and that was the beginning of my passion for oil and gas. It's exposed me to the importance of health and safety, and it's helped me to see exactly where engineering theory meets the physical reality. So this was where I realized that the energy sector was bigger and more diverse than I had imagined. Now, moving on, after my schooling, I was fortunate to do my 6-month internship as well, also in an oil and gas company. But I would like to talk about my experience after school. So in my 400 level, we had a course on renewable energy where we had a renewable energy project. And that let me understand, or that was the eye opener for me to help me understand that in the energy sector, we have more than the oil and gas sector. A lot of people, when you say energy, especially in the Nigerian and African setting, automatically your mind goes to oil and gas or natural gas. And doing a mini project on solar energy helped me to understand that as much as we're willing to close the energy demand gap, as much as we are willing to provide energy for as many people as need it, we also need to grow our renewable energy supply. So this launched me after school to work at Daystar Power Group, a very wonderful company that helped me to understand the workings of the solar sector. So it was a graduate training program, and we rotated around different departments. So I had a little experience in sales, in engineering design, in project management, in field service and maintenance, and then finally in network operations center, where I worked remotely, working on reports, cleaning data, and making sure all the sites are up and running. Now, I'd like to pause here because some people asked for opportunities in the energy sector. I would like to point out Daystar Power Group that they have a Women in Power program where they specifically employ female engineering graduates that have electronics or electrical background, and they are recruiting every year. So please, if you see the opportunity, run to it. I gained so much experience, and it's a wonderful company to start with. I don't have any regret working in the company. So please, if you're an electrical engineering student, please keep an eye out of it, especially if you are currently doing your NYSC and you are looking for what next after school, and you want to build your career going in the renewable energy sector. This would be a very good opportunity for you. Now, I loved handling project planning. I loved the budgeting, the contractor collaboration, the real-time data monitoring, and the thrill of seeing solar panels power an entire facility firsthand. So after the solar engineering chapter of my life, I realized that your career path doesn't have to be linear. It doesn't. Every experience builds your skill set. So yes, I had initially started with experience in the oil and gas sector. Moving into the solar sector helped me to understand that, and especially because of Daystar Power, they have different clients, and some clients work with both diesel generators and solar panels, working hand in hand in a hybrid model. So no knowledge is wasted. Moving on next. The next phase after this was my experience in another oil and gas company, but it was more on in a drilling company. It's called Shelf Drilling. And yes, and along the way, I was fortunate to work on the rig, and I also had a different viewpoint on the oil and gas sector. But I'm mentioning this just to say that like I said, your experience is not in one way. And when you know what you're targeting, where you are going, it helps you build or motivate yourself to build objectives towards that direction. So my goal in the future is to become an energy consultant. And so no experience in the energy sector is wasted. And I have a target of how many experiences I want to get in certain areas, how long, and hence the reason why I am growing in a certain direction. Now to the previous slide where I mentioned deepening expertise is the certifications. What makes you stand out? What makes you different from whatever you've learned in school? What can a company see in you to say, okay, this person, even in their free time, is working in this direction? Now, I will give you, to highlight the importance of certificates, I will give you specific scenarios where certain certifications I did helped me in my journey, my career journey. So first of all, there's a student energy program, which I am currently, which I am constantly telling people about. They have the student energy fellowship, they have the student energy career, and I would really love if you guys can check it out. So all these opportunities I'm mentioning would be shared at the end of the program in a Google document with all the things you can check out. So no need to fret for the names. They'll be given to you later. And the student energy program, I remember during my first interview at Daystar Power Energy, when they were mentioning, okay, what's your passion? What do you do? I brought it up that I was currently doing the student energy fellowship. And I noticed that that was one of the things that the HR at the time asked me about, like post the interview to ask me about that. Okay, what is the program about? And fortunately for me, what I was doing at the time aligned with what they were further teaching and working on in the graduate program. So that really was a positive insight to show the company that I am working in alignment with what they want in a candidate. Now, looking also, we have green digital skills, INO Energy, in INCO Energy program, and it showed me the technological part and sustainability intersection. So I would also advise people to check it out. I checked a few minutes before this program, and I think they are currently on hold. So I will let you know how it's going. The Energy Sustainability Program, ESP program, it's a very competitive program. So you have to do like interviews and a video. But I promise you that it's so worth it, because this program connected me with amazing professionals that you constantly learn on, especially on LinkedIn. And if you want to grow in the energy sector, in the STEM engineering sector, these certifications will open you up to associations that you normally would not get into without them. Now, I did a circular economy certification recently, and it helped me to, it changed my way of thinking about sustainable business models. So for people that are currently working and people that are looking to work abroad, the European Union is really moving forward with sustainability. And if you're coming from a purely fossil-based background and you are trying to transition, taking a circular economy certification would really help you, especially in your transition journey. I also took a natural gas certification program, and it opened my interest to how hydrogen value chain works, how the natural gas hydrogen value chain works. And fortunately, in next month, I would be starting an internship in a hydrogen company. So no certification is wasted. Certificates are not just pieces of paper. They are proof that you are serious. They are proof that you are curious, and they are proof that you are willing to invest in yourself, even though there's nothing else tied to it at that moment. So put them on your CV, put them on your LinkedIn, talk about what you've learned, and you would not regret it. So the next thing we'll be looking at is the 2026 trends and pathways. Now, from my observations, I've noticed that there are some trends of niche markets going towards the hydrogen sector, especially because a lot of, especially the green hydrogen sector, because there are massive global investments going in that direction, and they are currently building new production facilities. So if you are wondering that, oh, if you're interested in natural gas, or you are interested in converting energy, gaseous energy to electrical energy, empowering like a power to X, I would advise you to check the hydrogen sector. Sorry, the slide just disappeared. And another thing I noticed is the batteries, the energy storages. A lot, like massive investments are going into energy storage, like battery storages, because it's one thing to produce the energy, and it's one thing to be able to store it and use it when you do need it. So there's something called negative pricing, whereby the energy grid has more supply of energy than the demand. So what happens is that they end up paying people to use electricity. So I know it sounds like a utopia, especially in Nigeria, but these companies are making losses, and so they are looking for people to hire to help them monitor their production effectively to prevent them from making losses. So this is also a very good opportunity for you guys to look into. And grid modernization. A lot of people are moving towards smart grid systems and energy digitalization. So how can you make your grid more interactive? That the way the grid can give you feedback, not just moving power from one destination to the other. This is also a very wonderful opportunity to look into. And climate finance for the people that are not necessarily purely engineering or are engineering and are looking to move into finance. My course is an energy business and climate strategy course where you do energy, but you do finance, you do business, you do economics, you do strategic thinking, analysis, marketing in the energy business, in the energy sector, finance in the energy sector. If you are looking to further your master's, moving forward in the future, and you want to go into the finance sector and you don't know how to transition, I would advise you to check this program. It's a wonderful program, and it's one of the best ways to move into the financial sector because you get the basics and you get the specific information you need about finance for the energy sector and engineering sector. And here you can get jobs in energy, sustainability, and governance roles, and so many others. So please do check it out. Practical advice on where to start. Some of you said you are new in the industry, you don't know what next, the next steps to take. To be honest, I am still moving forward, but I would advise you that whatever you are curious about, whatever you are passionate about, whatever you do that you find out that the problems fascinate you, finding solution for those problems fascinates you, please build on it. I'm not saying you should leave your current course of study. Please don't. I can't tell you to do that, but that's why certifications are there. There are so many that you can take in your free time to actually discover how to build your interest in that direction. Also, there are times where you think you have a passion in a particular direction and you get more knowledge on it and you discover that maybe this is something to have as a hobby and not a full-time job. It's also very important. Also, gain practical experience through volunteer work, projects, and internships. So this is one of the things I wished I had done more in school, is working on projects for free. Just so what I would advise people to do, if you're in school and you have extra free time, emphasis on extra free time, because I know school can be very, very time demanding. What you can do is you can make a post on LinkedIn saying, okay, I've done this certification, I have these skills, and I would like to build on these skills before getting an actual full-time role. And so people would bring their projects to you and you can work on them for free, and they tell you, and there you get the opportunity to work with experts in that field that can tell you, oh, work on this, change this, and you are building free skills, practical experience. You're getting practical experience that normally you would not have access to except you were hired by these companies. Level up incrementally. You can't just wake up one day and you can't just wake up one day and expect to be able to do everything in the world. I know that we are very passionate and want the best for ourselves, but take it slow and try to understand the technological growth and progress. Like learn how to use the basics like the Microsoft Office suite. A lot of jobs are tied to, you would not believe how many job opportunities are tied to how proficient you are in Excel, how to use Google Sheets, how to use SharePoint, and just build on Python, especially if you are looking into data analysis. Please learn Python. There are so many wonderful job opportunities I saw, and I couldn't apply for them because, in all honesty, I only have really basic knowledge of Python. So please, if you are looking into data analysis, I advise you, please look on building your skills in Python. Also, start where you are. Don't wait for the perfect conditions. There are free Coursera introductory courses. There are free LinkedIn courses. Just start where you are. You don't have to pay for an expensive course. And I would like to point out there's an energy institute, EUI, if you can check it out, for people that are looking to get certifications in reputable organizations without paying a lot, and especially people that are currently working. I would advise you to check them out because they have something called the FSR scholarship, where you can apply and state that, okay, I'm interested in this particular course. So it's just the way you apply for scholarships for to fund your master's, but these are for like courses that are like 3 months, 2 weeks, and it's done remotely. Specific courses are done remotely. The scholarships come out within during the last one ended in January, but they usually open in around September, October. And so you can apply for it and then get these courses, reputable courses that would do wonders for your knowledge and for your CVs for free, basically, once you get the scholarship. And I hope with these few points, I've been able to give insight into the different pathways, the processes, and the things that helped me to the point that I'm in now. And I will be transitioning into the questions and answers. So, do you have questions for me? The slide, the yeah. Do you have questions for me? I'm very, very open to emails. If you need more insight, I'm more constant on LinkedIn. If you reach out to me on LinkedIn, and if you can't reach out to me on LinkedIn, then you can use my email. But LinkedIn is usually the first course of action I would advise people to go for. So I look forward to connecting with you all and answering your questions to the best of my capability. And I'm rooting for you all, especially people in school. You have a bright future ahead, and you have wonderful, wonderful opportunities for you in the future. So don't give up. Let your curiosity push you into a wonderful career in the future. And I look forward to meeting all of you. And now for the questions. Yeah.
Am I muted?
Yeah, good.
All right. Thank you so much, Chukwuzi. That's quite an interesting and very education. I mean, educating um presentation.
Thank you.
You mentioned some things that I would just want to recap on for both the Q and A. Like,
Okay.
no knowledge is a waste, even if it's not like the next critical knowledge you need at the very point that you are in. Still go for it. You don't know when it's going to end up being useful for you, so don't see any information or knowledge out there and be like, well, what do I need it for? You never can say. I think I attended a program, was it 2 weeks ago, where she mentioned she's a very she was the vice president Nigerian Society of Engineers the last this last tenure, and she mentioned that there were certifications that she had gotten at times when she didn't need them those times, but she just went for it based on pressure from her husband, the mentors, and she just went for it. And those certifications had gotten her to places where she wouldn't have thought of being. Because at the time they now need these opportunities came, she didn't have to go looking for them anymore because she had already acquired them. So I think that's one major thing I actually picked. That no knowledge is a waste. Whatever opportunity that we find to learn, we should definitely go for it. And your career path definitely isn't linear, which is to tell us that it's not like a stray bullet. No, it's not like a
Not a
bullet
straight
that
line.
has to go over a particular path. It could be curvy, it could be any shape. At the end of the day, it's about getting you to your end goal. Like, you want to be an energy consultant, you're fine. So that somebody else's career path is very linear doesn't mean that yours has to be linear. So we have different journeys. So don't be pressured by whoever, your friend, whatever. Just focus on your own chart. I mean, on your own charts, and keep going all through. Like, certification. So, that's one thing. I even myself, I think that's one thing I'm going. That's a key takeaway for me at okay, so I see some questions which I'm going to ask.
All right.
Let's pick some questions before we go further.
Okay.
Ade Basie is asking that on what platforms can one get the certifications that you mentioned?
Okay. So I would be very honest. I'm constantly surrounded by friends that have the same goals and passion as me. So most when one of us sees a certification or a program, we share it with each other. Same for me. If I see one, I share it with my friends. And most of the ones I've seen, almost all, even the ones that my friends have shared with me, have been LinkedIn. Let LinkedIn be your best friend. People underestimate. I have gotten job roles from posts on LinkedIn. I have friends that have had people come into their LinkedIn DM to tell them, "Oh, we have a job for you," and hired them. So make LinkedIn your best friend. Like, if it's social media, LinkedIn. Like, just scroll through posts and be very um specific on the type of posts that you like. So when you like a lot of scholarship posts, you see a lot of scholarship opportunities. when you like a lot of posts like the Student Energy Program, the ESP program, you see a lot of opportunities like that. And so, to be very honest, most of the opportunities I got were from LinkedIn, like certifications. Also, there's a hack for whenever you connect with someone online and you see persons in the energy sector, there's this funny thing I do where I scroll to their certifications and I see the certifications they've gotten. And then I research which of those certifications are free. I mean, I'm a student, we're growing, and I check which of those certifications are free, which of them can I apply for, even though they are not free. Like, what is the process like? When you, because most of the time, when you connect with people in the energy sector, when you connect with people in the engineering sector, when you connect with people in the technology sector, always check their certifications, check their posts, engage their posts, so you see more content from them, and um, opportunities will just be flooding your way. Just hope you don't get overwhelmed.
Wow. Thank you. I hope that answers your question a day base. See if that has answered your question. Please just respond so I can know that you're sorted. Let's take another question. Sophia is asking that are there careers in the energy sector that a data analyst can go into instead of doing something entirely different in the energy space?
Yes, there are. So recently I discovered business analysts, business analyst roles in energy companies. So they are looking for people constantly that know how to work with data. So if you check for business analyst roles, data analyst roles, and not just randomly, specifically in the energy sector, they are looking for people that have your background, your STEM background, and your passion for data and like data analysis. So please check companies out and check specifically data analyst roles, and business analyst roles.
Okay, so okay, just to continue while we wait for more questions, please if you have questions, please drop in the chat. And if you've gotten clarity, I mean you have the answer to your questions as well, please do that. Respond to the chat so we could, know that we've been able to clear you. If you still have further questions, feel free to ask. So just like you were talking about LinkedIn, it's so when you want to build a career. Like
Yeah.
I don't think LinkedIn is a negotiable for you. But actually
Mhm.
I have people that they built their careers without LinkedIn. But looking at their demographics, they are way older people. I think their time LinkedIn was not a thing. But in this age and time, you want to build a career, a very sustainable one, a thriving
Mhm.
one. You need to just go to LinkedIn. If you don't have the app, I'm telling you right now, go straight forward to Google Play, download, and you can use your. I almost want to say you can use your body because I call AI my body. So you can use
Yeah.
AI to just know build a profile, optimize it. We even see people posting things on how to optimize LinkedIn using AI.
Exactly.
Hard for
Yeah.
you. So please, you need to. It's not even negotiable for you. You need to. She
Yes.
can. She mentioned the several opportunities that she had gotten from LinkedIn. To be honest with you, myself and myself and her are connected on LinkedIn.
Yes, I was just about to mention we met through LinkedIn. Yeah.
We met on LinkedIn. Was not in year 2024.
Yes, exactly. It
It was
was.
not 2024, it was 2023. I remember.
It
It's
was
been three
okay.
years.
It was. It was. Yes. It was when
It was
you
I wanted to apply
reached
for
out.
student energy career training program, and I saw your
Yeah.
post that you were a student energy fellow. So
Yeah.
I was at that time I started my own career end of 2022, but I
Mhm.
started using LinkedIn early 2023. So I'd seen your post, and I just knew I needed to like reach out to you to guide me on the process. And she did a very good job. She was so amazing,
Thank
so
you.
nice
Thank
and
you so
kind to
much.
me, and she helped me through. She gave me the I mean she gave me the guidance, so doing that, and I got in. So I got in for the program, and honestly, Student energy has helped me a lot. Like it has
Mhm.
helped me a lot. It sharpened my mind, exposed me to the global energy landscape. You know, I
Yes.
even got there are still people that are still very influential to my life right now that I met through the program. There was another opportunity that I had applied for and I got in. It was through my student coach when I was in the program as well. So I'll just tell
Yeah.
you that you need to use that platform, please. That's the whole story that we just did now is just to
Yeah.
emphasize how important
Important.
you need LinkedIn. Please don't miss it. So we have another question that I would want to ask. How important PT is asking how important is hands-on experience versus academic knowledge in getting your first role. So over to you.
Hmm. So if you remember, one of the things I mentioned during my um, when I was talking about my presentation was that I wished I had done more volunteering works or more hands-on projects because I realized that a lot of people, even though academic knowledge is very important, they want to know what you offer. What can you do for them in their company? So hands-on experience is very important, but I would advise to try and get both. Try and do your best in school. At the same time, in your free time, try and get hands-on experience. I know people that built boats and people are looking for them right now. So yes, both are equally important. But I would say focus on school and in your free time, whatever extra time you have, try your best to get hands-on experiences. It would help you so much. Companies want both.
Mm-hmm. Just to add to what you said, yeah, company wants you, so you can do it as much as much as you're in school. Please get the hands-on experience too. Your IT time is a good time to get it done because I think we emphasized on the LinkedIn for early professionals, early career professionals, even as a student. Please, Unduka, this guy that is with the what's his name? Tony Elumelu. He was a
Mhm.
student when he started LinkedIn, and he's a very
Oh,
big tech guy now. LinkedIn helped him got connected
yeah.
to Tony Elumelu. We have students that started building their career even from when they were in school. So please, the fact that you're still a student, go and open your LinkedIn and that's what you learned in class. Put it. Maybe you are volunteering for one organization or something. Share your experiences, apply for, don't wait till after school. Really, that's one another major reason why we're existing. Please don't wait till after school before you start gathering the experiences, before you start getting the skills. Any way you can learn it, please go for it. So yes, you need both. You need both. For me, where I had intend, I did not even have to start applying for jobs immediately after school. The place that I done my 6 month internship, they just reached out to me during my service if I would like to start work with them. And I resumed work. I've never written application letter.
Wow. That
I've never
is you don't realize how much of a blessing that statement is. It is
honestly
wild.
never written I beg to apply to for any job. And it's been what has helped me a lot has just been I put myself out there on LinkedIn. Even the time
Yeah.
I stopped working for any company per se, I still didn't lose relevance in the field because I will still post on LinkedIn on the activities we are doing at Twice Network. Recently I got an internship. I'm returning back to the career space because I still show up on LinkedIn and organizations are still able to reach out to, okay, we would like you to work with us and all of that. So please don't play with LinkedIn. I don't know if we have another question. Okay, so some
Congratulations on your role.
thank you very much.
Yeah.
You know, Maria,
And
I miss climbing ladder.
yeah, I mean it's a thrilling experience, but do you want to climb the ladder forever?
No, 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 I
So
don't. I don't. I don't. But it's been like, sorry, we are diverting a bit, but I
yeah,
believe you're learning with us as well. It's been
yeah,
2 years of being on the field. I
yeah.
feel like I'm getting rusty in my technical capability, and as much as it's quite critical. I don't just want to be because the end goal for me as well is to be a global energy consultant, but I don't want to be a consultant that just has the theories. I want to know.
Exactly.
Do you understand? I want to have
Yes.
the practical. I want to be able to do these things. So I remember when
Mhm.
I was doing my first IT in University of Ibadan, the technicians will
Mhm.
really rubbish the engineers because they can't do it. I don't want that. I want to have both. Do you understand?
Yes.
So
To be, yeah. To
we
be
need
able to
both. We
stand
need
in
the
a room,
technical.
to be able to stand in a room, and that's why, as much as you learn the theory in school, having the hands-on experience, the practical, does a lot. And that's why I intentionally try to get both, because even though my goal is to be a consultant, I want to be able to relate to the problem at hand because I have hands-on experience solving those issues. Yeah. Quick tip for the people that
Yes.
need um, hints on getting LinkedIn optimization. If you check the LinkedIn bar and you do hashtag LinkedIn optimization, you get so many opportunities and people that are doing free classes to teach you how to optimize your
Wow.
LinkedIn. So you don't need to pay for much. You just need to scroll through the post and find one. I hope
So
that's
you said
helpful.
Ashley?
Hashtag LinkedIn
Okay, yeah.
optimization, or
Okay.
even just hashtag optimization. You see so many posts on that.
Okay. So try and share that. We have another question before we get
Okay.
Abby. Yes. Spite is asking that how do you see what do you see as the biggest opportunities in the energy sector over the 5 to 10 years?
I would say anything that has to do with the energy transition. Energy transition. Africa is not transitioning as fast as Europe and America right now. They are trying to put a pause on the transitioning, but it's happening. So finding a way to be a useful link in that transition assures you that your job is still relevant for the next 5 to 10 years. So that's why a lot of people that work with batteries, like battery designers or people that work with battery supply, yeah, right now they're in demand. Like I said, a lot of people are looking into smart grids, ways to make the energy sector more reliable, more optimized. Just find a job role that makes you that helps you within that energy transition, sustainability, optimization. Just find that job role. And if you are looking for and data analysis as well, a lot of people, because we have a lot of data being poured out right now, data analysts are on the like searching for data analysis on the rise. And for there's a way you can um, find out like so if you have passions, AI is your friend. I'm not saying bank on AI completely, but it's there like a tool. The way you have a hammer, the way you have a spanner, AI is a tool like that. So it's only useful based on your skill in using it, your skill set. Now, what you can do is you can pour in your passions, all your curiosity, all things you want to do into AI and say, okay, this is my experience. These are projects I've done in school. Do not underestimate the assignments and the projects you've done in school. They're very important. Take your time, dedicate hours, just file everything out and put it into AI and say, what are the job opportunities I can get with these my interests, these my skills, and in this sector? It will give you a bunch of opportunities. Now you take those names, a little hack, and you go into LinkedIn and you search for roles for those roles on LinkedIn and you see how much they pay. Because it's good for you to know the pay range, to know how sustainable it is in the future in running like your goals and achievements. So after doing all those, you can get a better understanding of, okay, so you know that whatever the AI is giving you is based on your skills, based on what you fed it, and it would help you so much in um, finding your career of choice, helping you to achieve your goal in the future. Hope this is helpful.
I hope that thank you so much. I hope that answers your question. So Yeah, so thank you so much. It's been a very, very productive and knowledgeable and I don't know capacity building session with you. It's been quite enlightening, and you told us to just go for every opportunity to gain practical experience. It could be through volunteering, it could be through internship. Don't feel too big for internship. The funny
Yes.
story about me is that the lady I trained is going to be my my boss now because now that I'm returning. Yeah, so it's about it's what your end goal at the end of the day. It's not hierarchy. It's the knowledge you want to go for. So please, you need to build you might even find people way younger than way young, like young people leading the ones in leadership positions when you get to the workforce. So it's not about age, it's not about experience, it's not about anything. Whatever you could go, I mean, any opportunity to learn. The main thing is just to emphasize on that any opportunity you find to learn, please do. And no knowledge is a waste, no certification is a waste. Please use your LinkedIn, and your story is your story. It does not have to be like mine, it doesn't have to be like Bimbo Zone. Your story is personal to you. It might not be linear, it might be, cyclical. Anyway it goes, it's your story. So far it's getting you to your end goal, your end career goal, you're fine, please.
Yeah.
So want to wrap up. I don't know if there's any question in the chat. Please, if
Okay.
there's any question, just 2 minutes. We need to wrap up for 5 p.m. on the dot.
Okay.
And please, let's start having our appreciation messages for Engineer Abimbola Omokochukode. Please, we can. Thank you so much for everyone that has joined as well. Please, let's start
Thank
having the
you.
appreciation messages for her now.
Thank you.
So, she also mentioned that we level up incrementally. You might
Yeah.
have someone who started at the same time as you started, and they are way above you at the moment. But don't let the pressure eat you. Just keep growing,
Yeah.
keep increasing. So far you're increasing, you'll get there someday. I
Yeah.
know that's not to tell you that you should over relax, and I
Yeah.
think there's a balance to it, please.
Yes.
So, and somebody asked the question then,
Mhm.
technology is something you want to learn, technological tools. I
Mhm.
think that's like the future of energy in a way. We would need it to be able to we would need integration of technological tools to better
Yes.
to achieve efficiency and optimization of the energy ecosystem. So if you could learn, any technology tools like data analysis, project management, all those
Mhm.
tech skills that you could get, please go for it. And volunteering.
And yes, and also going to conferences. I think that is not
Mhm,
stated enough. Going to conferences, it's very important because you meet people that normally are like managers and sales representatives that you normally would not meet if you had not gone for those conferences. And always,
mhm,
you are never too young to make a difference. You are never too young. Always. So one thing I do is that in whatever job role I'm doing, I'm constantly asking myself, okay, how can I add value to this job role? Like how can I bring value? So it's not just for eye service or something. It's a way to you are building yourself. It's your skill. No one can take whatever you've learned away from you. Well,
mhm,
except you have memory loss and there's muscle
mhm,
memory. But yes, so please constantly try to be better for your sake, for yourself, and you will not regret it. So conferences are very important. Yeah, please take it. Like I have my current internship role. I went to the conference with my CVs. I printed hard copy of my CVs, and I
oh,
traveled to a different city. And I was so fortunate that I got the opportunity to pitch myself, and I got an opportunity to do like an interview, and then they
wow,
interviewed and everything. And I got the role. So
wow.
please do not look down on conferences. They're very important.
Don't look down on conferences.
Yeah.
There's something that you also said I would like to highlight for early
Okay.
career professionals and students. You
Yeah.
mentioned the part where you would check the certifications of those that
Mm-hmm.
have gone way ahead of you in the sector, and
Yeah.
you will research and work towards it as well. So please, let's not forget that. I just want to recap that because I think some days back my husband has also mentioned that, but he didn't really eat me. He said it. I'm like, okay, when you're saying it again, no, he's had that body to this time around.
Yeah.
So thank you so much for sharing. We have appreciation messages going
Thank
on
you
right
so
now.
much.
Some
Thank
is saying thank you
you.
so much, Miss Abimbola. Sophia say thank you for sharing your
Thank
knowledge
you
with
so
us.
too. Thank you,
Um, thank you
Sophia.
for the wonderful session. Thank you so
Thank
much for
you.
sharing your experience with us. And from Wise Network, we're saying thank you so much for doing us the honor. It's a lot for her to be here. She had a presentation today, and
Yeah.
then she has not even rested. Honestly, she has not rested. We are really glad to have you.
Thank
We
you
really
so much.
appreciate you making up
Thank you
time.
for having me. Thank you for this opportunity. I'm so grateful. I like
Thank
I am so honored. Like I am very grateful to the Wise Network. Thank you, Eunice. Thank you to the Wise Network. Thank you for everyone for attending. And I hope that we keep growing together. And I look forward to seeing you all at the top with me. Thank you.
So please, can we have a picture back then?
It's just
Okay, so please, our technical support, can we have a picture? I wish we could have one with the same. Please, can you would help us make screenshots of our message so that we can get the gist. Okay, so just why is in that on behalf of Wise Network, which is women in STEM and Imaging Network.
Yeah.
Somebody laughing. Somebody behind me. We are delighted to have had this beautiful session together, and we hope that you would stay we continue having further future engagement together. If you would like to connect with definitely you should. It's not even a matter of if you like. You should connect with us at LinkedIn. Can we have that slide at LinkedIn? Please, we love you to connect.
Yeah.
Um, And we also share you our LinkedIn details definitely through the mail. And we'll be also sharing you feedback from just to know how we've done with this program and what you'd like us to improve upon. And you can please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Let's join the
Yeah.
YouTubers.
Please subscribe.
So if you have not subscribed, please like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Wise Energy.
you.
We'll share your different platforms for White Women in STEM Energy Network on social media, on through the response. I mean, there's going to be a follow-up mail that you should receive over this, let's say Monday latest. So we'll also share the recording of today's class. You can share with whoever needs to learn from it as well. It's quite a far. It's a is that what?
To prepare on it.
Yeah, if you're subscribed to our YouTube channel, you'll see it as well. It's going to be uploaded there. So, I want to say thank you so much, everybody. We
Thank
appreciate your
you.
time and the engagement. We've been very much engaged, and we have Wise Network team members on the call as well. Thank you, our beautiful volunteers. You made the program seamless. We appreciate
Thank
you, and on this note, it's a bye for now. See you in our next program coming up March. Happy International Women's Day.
Happy International Women's Day. Thank you.
Yeah, yeah.
Have you ended?